Good morning, all of you. So in today's class, we will discuss about the sound wave, how it propagates. Then what about the nature of sound wave, how the medium as wave propagates, what will happen to the change in parameters of the medium, speed of the sound wave. Then we'll discuss the intensity. Then afterwards, we'll go for the loudness of a sound signal. That one. This again, you need very good imagination. And if you just refer some Google something, no, there you type, you get enough of the animations. Go through, see once, there'll be enough. See, animations will be only initial part. It's not like something, if you know animation, you'll get a rank. Not possible. Animation is just only the initial part. Once you get that idea, that one, once you see that animation, rest all again solving numericals is again numericals only. There is no other method. So when you go through, when you see animation, some clarity will come. That will help you to imagine things further very easily. I'll try to draw a diagram. I'm not animated. If I had a time and if I know any software, no animation, I would have done that also. But at this point of time, we don't have that much of skill to do animations. So some of Sai Surya is able to do the animations. Really, I should appreciate him. So today I'll explain concept. So Sai Surya, I request you that you do generate the animations to the sound wave propagation also, so that it will benefit everyone. Sai Surya, are you there?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, that one. It's not that if you have a time, you do it. It's not that compulsory. If you have a time, I'll show the diagrams and you also see some animations, that one. If you are able to do that, well and good. In fact, I preserved your animations. I'll try to include in the teaching part. I can add video, that one. When I'm editing videos, all these things, no? I'll add your animations on that one. I think you are using Flip, no?
Yes, sir. Flipper clip.
Flip. I do have, but the problem is I don't have time to sit. I think it takes half an hour, no, minimum.
Yes, sir. If we draw, it takes some 1 hour also.
That's a problem. I'll do it later on. Okay, we'll see the later. I'll add animations yeah, in future. Okay, now we'll start our discussion. Okay, we'll begin now. So we have the sound wave propagation. First, what is a longitudinal wave? Let me start from there. Already we have discussed once again. Longitudinal wave. So here, what actually happens longitudinal wave? The wave propagates in this direction. There's a direction of propagation, and the wave energy will propagate in this direction. And the particles of medium, they'll vibrate along the direction of propagation. So what are these black dots? Black dots shows the direction of the vibration of a particle, and there's a wave speed. The wave is moving along positive axis, the particles will vibrate along x-axis here. So this example of longitudinal wave. What are that particles here? Longitudinal wave. The medium here, it can be liquid, solid, or the gases. That one for a longitudinal wave. Shall I call this a mechanical longitudinal wave better rather than only longitudinal wave? So can we call this as a mechanical longitudinal wave? What can be medium? This medium, particles of medium. Particles of medium. So what can be medium for the discussion? It can be solid. solid, liquid, and gases. What was the medium for the transverse wave propagation? It was a rope. That's all. We didn't go for any other thing. Can you remember? Here, what happened for sound wave? The medium can be solid, liquid, gases. Solid means some rod. Liquid, best example, water. Gases, air, the best example. So here is what will take the medium to be all these examples. That one. Then what is the example of mechanical longitudinal wave? Means here as the wave propagates, the particles of the medium will vibrate along positive x, means the wave propagates along positive x-axis and the particles will vibrate along x-axis. I'm not saying only positive, they'll vibrate, they'll exude SHM along x-axis. This is called like a longitudinal mechanical wave. Then what is the example of this one? The sound wave. What do you mean by sound wave? I'm speaking. What all I'm speaking, nothing but a sound wave is said to be propagated. So how to study this? How to study this? So you are speaking. Do you are able to see the sound wave propagating as a sound is moving? The point on a medium, it is moving sir towards right, is having a velocity, is having acceleration. I'm able to see. None of us can visualize that particular thing. But in fact, the wave is propagating and the points on a medium, they'll exude SHM. So now we have to bring in a method. So for that purpose, so what we do is like, I'll assume a chamber concept. So let me assume that one between my ear now there's a just initial way of showing things. Okay, initially the okay, whatever the pressure let it be P naught. Let me take example the air itself. You are sitting in a room and as you start speaking in your room, so definitely the medium, what is the medium? The air surrounding you, that is the medium. So what is the pressure there? Atmospheric pressure. So what is the air? This everything is air. So what I'm asking is, imagine, let's imagine that we are in a classroom or like somebody, your father is speaking or your parent is speaking to you. Your parent will stand here and you are at this particular point. In this one, you are at this particular point. So here, source, I'll write it. What is the source? Anybody speaking. Don't think that something imaginary source means something. A person speaking. This one. So a person is here. So as the person speaks, that one, and other person is going to hear this sound. So between these two persons, I'm asking you to assume a pipe, a cylindrical pipe. This cylindrical pipe, you are going to break up that into chamber. These are called like a chambers. Okay, there's a person one, you say like it. So between person one and two, yeah, everything says like everything here, air is present. I'm just asking you to assume a cylinder. That one, break that, it's a, don't assume that answer when we speak a cylinder will come. No, it's only assumption. Assume that a cylindrical air column like this, then break up that into equal parts. That will be chamber. So what is the pressure here? Will be P naught. Density will be rho naught. Atmospheric, what is P naught? Atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure. What is rho naught? Atmospheric, mean atmospheric pressure, mean atmospheric density. We know P naught value, we know the mean atmospheric density, that one. So when this person is not speaking, so he is a speaker, either singing or a speaker, and he is going to hear. He will hear it. Okay, getting the idea now. So when this person is not speaking, what will happen to the everywhere pressure will be P naught. What is everywhere density? Rho naught. And what happened to each chamber? It will have a fixed volume V naught. So now this person will clap when he claps. So what do you mean by clap? Like this. Or you'll say, hello, anything. So like a pulse. You go back to the transverse wave pulse, no? If I vibrate my arm up and down continuously, I'll get a sine wave. If I hold one end of the rope, if I vibrate arm continuously, see the same idea, this one. So when do we'll get situation of like this? If I give a jerk, no? Am I right? If I give a jerk, it will go like this. Instead, if I vibrate my arm continuously, what do I get? So what is the thing? So just giving a jerk. What about here? If you wave your arm continuously up and down, if you just give jerk and release, a pulse is generated. If you wave your arm, if you move this one end of the rope continuously, then what happens? It will be sine wave. Same thing here. I can ask this person to speak continuously or just few words. Hello, that is enough. Hi, hi. Let's take hi. Hi, we'll see that one. Then we'll see that. If it says I, it will be like a pulse. If it speaks kind of like, okay, good morning, hello, how are you? How is your office teacher? How is teaching? Maybe situation, the continuous disturbance, the medium particles will get disturbed. Okay, that one is like a pulse. This is a wave. Pulse wave only will call, but to make difference, no, we'll call this a pulse propagation. This is a wave propagation. That one. Now this person will say hi. When he says hi, he should open his mouth, no? So then what will happen here? Here the air which is present will get disturbed and it will go in. So let him stand very near to it. So the moment he says hi, or he will clap. I think clap is the best thing because loud disturbance will be produced. Like this, he'll clap it. The moment he'll clap it, no? So this person is going to hear, no? How you will hear that disturbance? So nothing much shall I say, he has generated disturbance. Earlier, the speaker and the person one, person two, they're calm. And what is the pressure? Everywhere P naught, density everywhere rho naught. The moment if he claps or he starts speaking, he says hi. What does it mean? Shall I say is disturbing the medium? It's generated disturbance. So what do you mean by generation disturbance? Means he first generated disturbance here and the disturbance will propagate. So what will happen to this layer? This layer will undergo compression. This layer will undergo compression. Okay, the compression I'll show by some other. Now, why it will get compressed? You do one thing, take old paper in front of your mouth, start speaking. What will happen to that paper? Paper will start moving, no? I think I'll show it. I think let me try to show this. Hello, hello, hello. I think the tip one, you can see. Hello, 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 hello. Are you able to see the tip? Tip will start moving, no? If I start playing, hello, hello. So as I say that hello, if I speak still loudly, hello, so it will start moving. Hello, hello. it will start moving. So means here, this is like some sort of a layer. Huh? There's a layer. So you assume there's like a layer in the air. So if I start speaking, this will start vibrating, because the moment I speak here, no, the air molecule, the air which is there will undergo compression. So this is, let me keep paper this very near to mouth. So if I start speaking, so you do one thing. So take a very thin, like this. It will be, hello, hello, hello. Are you able to see the tip? Because the big paper, no, it will not be. So if you take thin paper and try to see this one. Hello, hello, hello. So it will start moving, no? Why do it will move? Because when I speak, what will happen? When I speak, I'm going to displace the layer which is going to present near my mouth. This is very important. I'm going to displace the layer which is going to present near my mouth. So what is a layer? There's a layer one. There's a layer one. So here we'll give the name for this one. There's a layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a layer 1. So first it will get displaced. So it will undergo compression. So what we get it here, I think the 1, 2, I'll remove because I'm using some other. No, it will undergo compression. So the pressure here will become P1. What about the remaining? The disturbance is yet to reach there. The disturbance is yet to reach there. And the density will be rho naught, rho naught, rho naught, rho naught. And what is the density has become rho naught. So what happened here? This has undergone compression. So what is the pressure here? Will be more than P naught. So definitely this layer will exert force. Go back to thermodynamics. P1A minus P naught A. I'll introduce all the things what we learned, so that will be easy for you. So what is this? P1A, this is, or P1S will write, A I'll use for amplitude, no? Which will be greater? P1S will be greater than P0S. So very next moment, so this person, he has just said only clapped once, not like continuously is clapping. He has clapped only once. He has said only hi once. Hi. Okay, now that hi, what happened? What he spoke hi, no? That will produce disturbance here at the chamber 1. So P1 greater than P naught. Here also the pressure will be less than P naught. So here also the force will act here. So next what will happen? This has undergone compression. So P1 greater than P naught. So therefore this particular force here often will try to push it. So what it will do is it will make it to undergo rarefaction, we'll call it. Some other symbol. So what we have is a rarefaction. So it will start expanding. So then the pressure here will become P2 density. What happened? The adjacent layer. So now the disturbance which was there, no, now this is available. So what is one? If it says I, so it is available now. The disturbance now you can see the blue color one, it is available here. The remaining, the disturbance is yet to reach the third chamber. Am I right, sir? What is this? We are not understanding, because the moment you speak, it should propagate. No, it will take some time. How the disturbance will propagate instantaneously? It needs some time, no, to propagate, like you can see in the right diagram. So this will, the blue color one, we'll call that as a compression, and the green color one is called as a rarefaction. What do you mean by this? If it says I, immediately will not be here. So immediately will not reach here. It has to propagate, no, the disturbance. Now, first it will be here. Next it will be here. Okay, got this one. So after this rarefaction, again, it will come back to its original situation. So this will be this layer. Now, what will happen to this one? From compression, rarefaction, again, it has become to natural. So this has undergone compression. Now this will undergo rarefaction. Let me finish off this so that this will be rarefaction. Rarefaction, this is compression. Okay, now we'll shade all the things. Different books that have explained in different way. I felt this is a little bit easier for students to initially analyze because this is what needed for us for in numericals. That's why I just picked up this sort of explanation. The different books that are given different animations also. If you look at the YouTube, now you have different animations are there. I'll show maximum most of them. Okay, that where all compression, pressure P1, density rho 1, P1, rho 1. What are these symbols? Symbols, I'll remove this one. Again, you may get confused. This represents compression. This will represent rarefaction. Rarefaction. So P1 will be greater than P naught, rho 1 greater than rho naught, P2 less than P naught, rho 2, rho naught, rho 2 less than rho naught. If the pressure greater than mean atmospheric pressure, then it is said to be compression. If the pressure in a chamber less than the mean atmospheric pressure, then it is said to be the rarefaction. Okay, are you able to understand the rarefaction? That particular condition is called as rarefaction here. And the volume of chamber more than initial volume, then it should be rarefaction. Volume of the chamber less than initial at equilibrium condition, then it is said to be compression. So what is said high? So what that high? So this is the disturbance. This one is called as a disturbance. This everything is called as a disturbance now. Don't say there's only disturbance. Here only it will come. I don't want to trouble you. The disturbance is here. Now it is here. After some time it is here, here, like this. It is propagating. It will take some time for the person to reach here. So in what direction the disturbance is propagating? The disturbance, in fact, is propagating like this. Let me show it here now. So this everything is one disturbance. What is the disturbance means? One compression, one rarefaction. I'll show it here like this. This is what? Disturbance created by person 1 at t equal to 0. And after some time t, it is available here. Disturbance created by person 1 person. Let's take that one. So the disturbance will propagate here. Okay, I need not to show every time. So the disturbance which was here now will be available. T equals 0, it was generated. So you can take this as t equals 0. This is after some time t. And it will take some time for the disturbance to propagate here. Am I right? If I say hello, if I say I, since you are very nearer, okay, it's gone. If a little bit far away, no, it will take some time, the disturbance. So what is the disturbance now? Tell me, like, who got disturbed? Person 2, person 1, shall we say, is a disturbing person 2? No, here we are not talking about the persons here, the medium. The medium gets disturbed. So what was the earlier pressure? P naught, rho naught. Okay, I agree this. As the person starts speaking, the layers here will get disturbed here. Sir, I'm not seeing layers. I'm asking you to assume. So there's one chamber. Inside this chamber, you should assume now infinite layers. So a good example, your chemistry books, which will be very thick, no? Your chemistry textbook is a chamber. The pages open, you can assume a layers. So as you start speaking, so definitely open the layers, open the different layers will undergo the displacement. So meanwhile, we are talking about only in one chamber, what happen? The pressure will vary and the density will vary. So this is called like a compression. Then rarefaction, like this compression, rarefaction, the disturbance will propagate from one end to another end. Who is getting disturbed? The medium getting disturbed. So what is this everything? This air is nothing but a medium. So as a person speaks, what happens? The medium gets disturbed here. And what do we notice due to disturbance? There'll be change in pressure, there'll be change in density, and inside this one chamber, what will happen? The different layers, they will have a different displacement. And as the wave propagates, we know it's a longitudinal mechanical wave. So the layers, they'll execute SHM about their respective mean position. So Newton long back, yes, he was able to imagine so much things. Now what he has said that we are unable to imagine. On his own, he is able to analyze so much without any equipment, everything. He was able to think. He's a human being. Dedication, that's all he was interested. Interest and observation, these are the two parameters in science. Many students, even till date, they'll ask, sir, I'm unable to solve problem. Interest and observation, finish over. Nothing is there. There's no any other thing. If you are able to solve problem, if you are unable to solve, why you are unable to solve? The interest and observation. There's the only parameter. Even you ask me after 100 years, I'll repeat same thing. Why others could not derive expression for speed of sound? Yes, Newton was interested. For him, that was everything for him, for his life. So he dedicated himself. Same thing for you also. You want a rank? Yes, dedicate, think on it, analyze, put effort. That one. So that should be there, the internal. That one, not somebody should pressurize you to do numerical. Okay, given the PP, how many you are done. Okay, you may get rank. So really you want a better rank, no? It's your desire should be there to get a better rank. Desire should be there to for you to solve problem. Then only you'll think. See, science and technology will not come somebody teaches. Science and technology will come only when student is interested. You learn when you are interested, not somebody teaches. It will you learn science. Not possible. Hmm? So by time and again, I'm telling the same thing. Of course, skills the teacher will impart, but you'll grow in science and technology only if you have interest and observation. You should make observation. There's no other way. Draw the diagram, think on it. Why not like this? Why not like this? Imagine it, analyze through various ways. You'll get the answer. Okay, but such a thing is not there. You know what we want. Without much effort, we want no knowledge. That's the biggest way of blunder what we do in preparation for JEE Advanced. Means without effort much, means without much pressure, we want to acquire science. Not possible. Huh? You should not sleep. Maybe sometimes you may not get a sleep. It's good. That is what happens in science and technology. Sometimes the numerical may trouble. I may not get sleep till that answer will come. This is what happens here. So now what happened? We want to sleep happily. We want to play. We want to watch movies. Then still we want a rank. How it is possible? Some sacrifice should be there at other parts. No, I'm not asking you to read 24 hours, but the surrender to science and technology is must. Without that, not possible. Huh? Okay, now we have somehow able to show that means now as the wave propagates. Tell me what will happen. What changes in the medium we notice? We see that as the wave propagates, as sound wave propagates. What all we notice? The pressure, the pressure and density of medium varies. Are you able to understand? You look at the pressure P naught. When the wave propagates, it will become P1, then P2, again P naught. The pressure and density of medium varies. Next again, the different layers of a medium execute SHM about their respective mean position. So hereafter sound wave propagation, what is the best way of analyzing it is compression rate fraction. Then let's get into inside one chamber. In one chamber, what will happen? There's a broader way. Let's get into more in detail. In one chamber, what will happen to the sound wave? So what is the chamber is made up of? Again, we'll divide this chamber. So what is the chamber? The chamber is assumed to be made up of layers. Okay, now I'm getting into the original part. This will be the very, you can say the very important thing of the discussion, what I'm going to make it. So initially there is a, let me bring it here. This is what the initially And this is one chamber. Again, there's a one chamber. So what is the length of this chamber? Let it be delta x. Area of cross section is, what is the pressure here? P naught. This is P naught. Now, as the wave propagates, so the disturbance will propagate towards right. What will happen to this layer? This layer will undergo displacement. This layer will also like this. Several layers you have to assume. Means, sir, we are not understanding. Okay, now, so what Newton suggested is like, if this is the chamber, if there's a chamber, what he's asking is asking further to imagine is asking us to imagine this as layers. So what are these green color? They are layers. Okay, this one. This is one chamber. Inside the chamber is asking us to assume a layers and is defining this is x equal to 0 and the wave will propagate like this. Then the chamber here, what happened inside the chamber layers. So like a good example notebook and the pages are the layers. As the wave propagates, the different layers, they will have different displacement and that is given by y is equal to, let me choose anything, a equal to, y is equal to a cos kx minus omega t. What is a displacement of a given layer from its mean position? Suppose if this is the layer here, it will vibrate. Oh, it will vibrate here. So it can come to, let me show this. So this is the mean position. So the layer, what will happen when executing SHM, it can be like this. It will reach the extreme point. Then again, it will come to the mean position. I need a smaller diagram. Space is there. I'll make it smaller. So in one diagram, I have to put everything. This is the mean position. So this will be the thing. So this is the extreme. Yeah, this will be better. No, there's a given layer. The what is the mean? What is this particular thing? Mean position of a given layer. This one, and there's a maximum amplitude. It will, as it is, execute SHM. So now, what is the direction of wave propagation? The wave is propagating. So the layer, what happened, will have velocity, the particle speed. It can be like this. Maximum speed, no, maximum speed of the particle. This will be instantaneous rest at extreme point. Then it will move. Then it will be at mean position. So what happened to a given layer? The given layer will be executing SHM about its mean position. The wave, the disturbance will propagate towards right. Now, what is this green color? It's a layer. So what is this diagram? What it shows that a given layer, already I saw given layer, executes SHM about its mean portion. Are you getting no? As the wave propagates. Now, what is y? Because I should define what is y. What is x? X is some distance I'm measuring from some reference point. So here is what I'll put it x. X is of position of one given layer. This one. And this is x equal to this one. What is y? Y is measured from it. This is y. Some other color. Yeah. This is y. Are you getting no? So what is y? Y is the position of a, y is the horizontal position of a given layer measured from its mean portion. What is a maximum displacement of layer measured from its mean portion? What is omega? Angular frequency. And k is what? 2 pi by lambda. This is very important. What is this? There's a chamber. So if you're getting confusion, sir, what you brought it? Inside a chamber, we are asking you to assume the chamber is made up of n number of layers. Okay, now what is telling? The different layers at a given time. You have to bring your mathematics rather than fighting with your diagram. For at t equal to 0, will all the layers will have same horizontal displacement from their mean portion? Anybody wants to answer? This is the most beautiful part of the thinking of the entire sound wave chapter. At t equals 0, let me look at the layer x equal to 0. I think it is going to, where it will be, the layer at x equals 0. It will be at right extreme, no? Am I right? This layer will be at right extreme from its mean portion. What is the mean portion? For all layers, will there be same mean portion, or individual layer will have its respective mean portion? Say, good example, you are sitting in a classroom. Every bench is a mean portion for its respective student. And each student will vibrate about its mean portion. That's simple, that one. And the students will not move, only will vibrate. And the disturbance will propagate here. Get this one? So at x equal to, so what is the mean portion of this? It is here. Now put t equal to 0, put x equal to 0. What about the layer present at x equal 0 will be at right extreme? Am I right? Then we have this formula. Further, we'll analyze this. Uh, y equal to a cos no. A layer at x equal to lambda by 4. Where it will be? A layer at x equal to lambda by 4. I think it will be at mean portion because y will become 0. I'm asking you to substitute x in terms of lambda here. And now tell me like a given layer will execute SHM. So it will have the particle velocity. What is VP? Velocity of a layer. The velocity of layer can be in the direction of wave propagation or opposite to that. It all depends. This one. And what is this? This is y equal to 0. Now y equal to 0 is a fixed point for individual layer. What is y equal to 0? It's respect to mean position for a layer 1. Okay, this is x equal to 0. This is what y equal to 0. For this layer, second layer, what is y equal to 0? Some of you are asking, sir, what is this? Okay, I'll do one thing. Okay, no problem, no? Yeah, this is the layer 1. Layer 2, what is y equal to 0? Its initial position, its mean position is y equal to 0. For layer 3, what is y equal to 0? Its respective mean position. Are you getting this one? So what is y? Y is the horizontal position of a layer measured from its respective mean position. So I should define what all these quantities are. I'll come to this one. First, we'll define this. Y equal to a cos. What is y? Position of given layer from its respective mean position. What is a Maximum displacement of layer respect to mean position. What is X? What do you mean by X? X is the distance of a given layer from origin. That's all. And what is T? Instantaneous time. The terms, because we should get familiarized with what are the different terms. What do you mean by X? What do you mean by T? Got the idea? This one. Now, what is y equal to 0 for layer 4? It's in its mean position only. But x is a common. X equal to 0, it's the origin. I took this left hand as origin. So the layer 1 is at a distance of 3 centimeter. Layer 4 is at a distance of 4 centimeter. Like that, I can pick up any layer by using x. Are you getting know what is x? X will help us to choose a given layer. And what is y? Y will give the position of layer from its mean position. So y is not common. Y is specific for a given layer. Are you getting know? Which layer? So like I want the displacement of layer 7 at t equal to the layer 7 at t equal to 1.5 second. What I should do? At t equal to 1.5 second, I'll substitute here. Which layer? The layer, the seventh layer, which is at x equal to 7 centimeter. I'll substitute 7 centimeter. I'll calculate. I'll come to know at what distance the layer is from its mean position. I think you should imagine this is very, very important. I want students to think, because I don't want you to really go and see the animation also. As a science student, you want to become engineer, there should be imagination. Okay, got the idea? This one, what are the meanings of this? This is needed. So a given layer will execute SHM about its mean position, not about a common point. So this is what happens in one chamber. Okay, now is it justified? There's a layer 1, this layer is there. When a sound wave propagates, so what will happen to the layer? You see this one. So this layer, this I'll call layer 1. This is a layer 2. And now, sir, why this will have more displacement? Why this will have less displacement? Anybody wants to answer this? Anybody wants to answer? Will all layers will have same displacement at a given time? No, I think you know trigonometry, no? As x varies, what will happen? The different layers will have different displacement. So therefore, as the wave propagates, then what happens? This layer 1 will have one displacement. Many layers are there. I'm just taking the two reference layers here. So this layer will have a displacement y from its mean position. What about this layer? Will have displacement y plus delta y, means to tell it's a different. Tell me what happened. Volume got increased here. So what was the initial volume of the gas? Let S be the area of cross section. So initial volume of chamber B, Vi. The wave speed is different. Vi is initial volume of a chamber. Initial volume of chamber B, Vi. These are things. I'll write it here. Initial volume of chamber. What happened? The volume of chamber got increased or decreased? It got increased, no? So shall we go for change in volume of a layer? The wave speed, shall I write it? I think I need capital only. I'll write it VW. It'll be better. We don't get confused, no? If you say everyone understood, then I'll proceed here. This is the concept which is very important. So y plus delta y. The simple math is tells that one. Okay, what is the change in volume of gas? So the final volume is how much? Let it be VF. This, so I think I'll remove this part. Yeah, it should be like this. Huh? There's a reference. Okay, now shall we go for change in volume? What is the change in volume? The change in volume is equal to delta Y into S, that one. So let me begin. So what is the change in volume? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'll continue. Okay, now look, let's go for bulk modulus concept. Delta P by delta V by V. How you define the bulk modulus? The normal pressure by fractional change in volume, that one. So therefore this delta P, I can write it as minus B into delta V by Vi. Delta P is equal to delta V is what? Delta Y into S. Vi initial volume, delta X into S. So this will become minus B delta Y by delta X. This further, delta X will be very small. So this will become dy by dx. This is something very, very, very important. Now we know what is y is equal to. We are defined. Let me differentiate this dy by dx. So this will become minus ak sine kx minus omega t. Let me substitute that. So this will become delta p equal to minus ak sine kx minus omega t. So this better, let me write like a wave function it is. So this will become maximum pressure amplitude. I do have, and this is y of xt, or you can write it already we know, no? So this is like a y of xt, it is the wave equation. Okay, now you have to ask question, sir, what are this? I'll call this a displacement wave, and I'll call this as a pressure wave. Let me proceed further. So even density also varies, no? So how to bring the effect of density also? Even the density of the layer also is varying. So can I bring the density of the layer also? So I'll do one thing. We know density is equal to mass by volume. I'll differentiate this. I'll differentiate. So d rho will, okay, the volume equal to let me write like this. Volume equal to mass by density. I'll differentiate this. dV equal to minus m d rho by rho square. So in that m by rho d rho by rho. M by rho, what you can write it as V. So what is dv by v equal to minus d rho by rho. So therefore the bulk modulus, how you define dp is equal to dv by v. So in place of that, can I also write d rho by rho? So what is the maximum difference? So this will become d rho by rho is equal to and d rho. I'm interested in d rho. So d rho will be minus b rho dp. Okay, no. It will be like this, no? Rho dp by b. So what is dp? dp or delta p? Delta p is what we have the equation, no? So there minus bak sine kx minus omega t. One b get cancelled, so I'll end up with rho ak sine kx minus omega t. This will become d rho m. This is a density variation or density wave. No, very important. Almost, I think the most troublesome part got over. Just only thing is, once again, we will summarize so that you get exact picture. Oh yeah, this is what I'm studying. This is what I understood. It'll be very simple. I'll interpret all this mathematically. Okay, why I'm bringing so many things? So I'm saying pressure wave. You see that displacement wave. Then I'm saying pressure wave. Then I'm calling density wave. What is all this? I think everything. Let me bring it one place, one page. There's only graphical. There's a mathematical. A student has to. Let me take only this part. Yeah. Let me move this part. Why it is not? No, okay. Everything. So now you can ask questions. So like, okay, what is this? You brought the three waves, but actually it's sound wave. But you're not talking about sound wave. You're talking about displacement wave, pressure wave, sound wave, density wave. But where is the sound wave, sir? Your topic name is something sound wave, and you are talking about the displacement wave, pressure wave, density wave. Let's go back to the first diagram. What is the first diagram? I will. There's a first diagram, no? So this we will. Oh, it is playing with me. How it is moving? It is not getting copied. Okay, I'm unable to paste copy it. Let me go back to the first diagram. If that diagram were there here, it would have been nice. Okay, that one. Let's see. I'll try once because only will take this. Yeah, I'm successful. Okay, now let's get into the total page I discussed. This is the concept. You need not to read any book again and again. The same story. Immediately you can start doing numerical. Your teacher really has put a lot of effort to give that basic concept. Okay, now when the person, when this person says I, and this person will is going to hear, no? So this is what we say, that there's a person two. Person one will speak, and the person two is going to hear. He will say that uh, speaking, and he will hear it. He will he will hear it. Are you able to see that one? So he says I. So when he starts speaking, what will happen to this layer? The pressure, density, and the layers in a chamber, they will change their position. No? The pressure will vary because I'm showing no P1, P2, P1, P2. The pressure is varying. What happened? Density, then density of medium also varying. And what happened to the layers in a chamber? They will vibrate. They'll execute SHM about their respective mean position. Sir, how to express that their motion? The Newton said that's take help of this formula. What Newton is telling, just take help of this formula. That the layers will execute SHM about their mean position. Little bit I'll move down. Okay, fine. This is the thing what is telling them, that the layers will execute SHM about their respective mean position. Then, sir, pressure is varying. How to predict the pressure? It's telling that, no, sir, you wrote P1, but here you're writing delta P. Pressure also, what happened at all point will not be pressure P1. Because again, the different layers. So the chamber, what we constructed, no? Oh, I have to bring chamber also. Yeah. No. For your understanding purpose, what I made, I just made that, I made that pressure P1. But in fact, what this equation tells, what is the displacement of all layers will be same? No, the different layer, they'll have different displacement. Similarly, inside the chamber, the different layers, they will have different pressure. On what basis you are saying? I'm taking help of this one. Put T equal to 0. A layer at X will not have any pressure change. What is the pressure there will be P naught. What about the next layer? Will have pressure more than P naught. Like that, inside the chamber also, the different layers will have different pressure. How much pressure will be? P naught plus delta P. Getting the idea? This is the thing which you have to here understand here. But sir, you said here pressure P1, just initially, no, it's a initial beginning stage. Compression, okay, inside here compression, pressure is more than P naught. But inside the chamber also, the different layers will have different pressure. I think slowly you have to come out of thermodynamics. In thermodynamics, what we said, inside a cylinder, the pressure will be same everywhere. No, come out of that. Inside this particular chamber, the pressure at different points will be different here. So how to predict using this particular formula? So now I think we are in a better position. No? I am speaking. No, I'm at x equal to 0. I'm speaking here now. I'm going to generate a disturbance. Now, from me at a distance of 1 meter at t equal to say 2 seconds, what is the pressure that one? What is excess pressure? What is excess pressure? Given by this much. Then what is the absolute pressure? P naught plus delta P. So what is this? This is the excess pressure. Let me indicate red color. And what is this? This is the excess density. Okay, got the idea? This one. So what is the pressure at this point? P naught plus delta P. And what about density? Rho naught plus d rho. So like this, what happens? If a sound wave propagates, now we are in a better position. Say I'm speaking now. From my mouth is what origin? X equal to 0. From here, the disturbance is generated. From my mouth at a distance of x equal to say like at x equal to 15 centimeter, at t equal to say 3 seconds, what is the pressure? Yes, I'm able to predict. From my mouth, from my mouth, from my mouth at a distance of select 15 centimeter at t equal 3 seconds, where the layer will be. Is it at mean position? Is it right extreme? Is it moving towards left or in the direction of wave? Is it at mean position, left extreme? Yes, I can predict here. So now we are in a better position, no? Like if I'm speaking, a layer from my mouth at a distance from my mouth, a given layer at a distance from my mouth at a given time, where it is, you can predict. In what direction it is moving, you can predict. What is the pressure there, you can predict. What is the density, you can predict. So shall I say that I expressed now the wave propagation? All of you, if you say S, I'll proceed. If you say not understood, I'll repeat once again. Okay, got the idea? Meaning, what is X? X is what? The distance measured from the origin. Position of a given layer from the origin. So what is this equation will tell? Blue color one, what is this equation will tell? What is X? X is a position of a layer from the origin. What is Y? The position of a given layer from its respective mean position at a given time. Getting this one? What about this? X is what? The position of a layer. So what is the excess pressure at a given point? Or what is the excess pressure at a given layer? And X is what I'm going to choose later. By using X, I can choose any point in a medium at a given time. There I can tell what is the pressure, where that particular medium is from its mean position, and what is the density at that particular point. So when a sound wave propagates, what all changes you notice? Means now I'm speaking in my room. Tell me what all will happen. The layers will be vibrating. Just imagine, no? Just imagine. The pressure will be varying, the density will be varying. This is what the Newton he was able to imagine long back when there is no mathematics much, there's no physics much. Just imagine. Now teacher is explaining, you are finding difficult. On his own, he was interested, that's all. There's no other thing. So why he was able to think like this? He was interested. We do watch movies, no? We are interested, no? That's all. The science is same thing. So if you are interested, you'll understand and you'll explore. If you're not interested, all the stupid reasons will come. So that's why I'll never give any advice, especially in this particular science and technology. What to give advice? Nothing is there. You are interested, you'll get everything. You're not interested, you'll not get anything. Okay, fine. Anybody having doubt, please do clarify. I'll be really very happy if you say that we have understood, because I'm trying to explain the one which is without animation something. Okay, I'll go down. Okay, this is a little bit, sir, still, sir, we are unable to imagine anything. Okay, you are saying something, mathematics, pressure wave, this wave, that one, we didn't understood. Okay, now you are quite familiar with this. I think I can copy it. You do have okay. This is spring coil. I think if you go for any some market, no toy shop, you get that yellow, blue, green color. I don't know what you call this. You are going to keep in one hand, other hand, and you are going to play. No, is it okay? I don't know what we call. I forgot the name. Hmm? This one. So initially, there's a relaxed. The spring is relaxed here. No, you just go and strike at this end. You just push your with your hand, and you're going to hold it. Just you're going to move your hand and leave it. I don't draw a hand. Only three fingers. I'm unable to draw other one. Compromise it. Okay, this is the hand. Okay, if we just push the, if you push your hand like this, so initially it's a relaxed here. If I put, the red color one, I'll show that it is being pushed. My hand also I should move. No? I just pushed it. So then what will happen? I'll keep my hand like this. I just given disturbance. No, I disturb it. Tell me what will happen here if I just give push. I'll push my arm and I'll bring it back. Okay, this is what the animation what you have in. So the my arm is being moved like this, and there's a disturbance. The red color I'm trying to show it. So now after some time, where the disturbance will will not be justified. Okay, this will be it will come here. Huh? Oh, let me say first. It will come here. So then the same that particular thing. Is that okay? So this is the, It's a very good example. You just move your hand to the right and pull it back. Nothing but you have created disturbance. You are not going to move continuously, only once. Then what happens? This will be compressed. And again, the springs will come back. And this disturbance is made to propagate here. So what is this red color one? This is the disturbance. Disturbance. No. So at various instances of time, it is propagating here. This is what happens to the sound wave. The same sequence is what that happens for the sound wave. Okay, fine. This I think you can buy. You just go to any toy shop. No, I don't know. It is called as a coil. Some 25 rupees. It will be there. No, you place it on a table. Just give some push. You can see that it will start propagating. Means here compression, rarefaction. I'm not showing rarefaction. Only compression. Compression. That particular compression it keeps on propagates here, and it will reach other end. Tell me like you didn't move your arm from one end to another end. What you did, just only the disturbance you made to propagate. You created disturbance. So what this like a the person holds one end of a spring and gently pushes towards right once, not continuously. Pushes towards right once. Then the coils will tell again. The coils that are held by person gets compressed and oscillates. This or nothing but a disturbance is generated at one end, at left end. This disturbance propagates towards right in the form of compression and rarefaction. If the person continuously moves his arm towards right, like horizontally, then continuously the disturbance will be generated and it will propagate. Okay, I think I tried my level best to give all the things that one. So what is X now? So tell me like, what is X? The position of a layer from the origin. What is Y? The Y displacement measured from its respective mean position. So like that, we have a pressure wave density. So when a sound wave propagates through a medium, what all we notice changes. The layers will exude SHM about their respective mean position. The pressure varies, the density varies. So what is the pressure at a given point? P naught plus excess pressure. I should say excess pressure. This is due to disturbance. When there's no disturbance, pressure will be P naught. That's what we have concluded here. The pressure and density of medium varies. The differences of medium exude SHM about their respective mean position. Okay, everything is being put. Okay, now I'm interested the wave speed. I'm interested the wave speed. So with what is the expression for the speed of sound signal? Expression for let me assume the same initial. So who will make it to undergo so this was the initial the chamber. Now if I generate a disturbance, the disturbance what it will do, it will make the layers to have undergo, it will make the layers to execute acceleration. Because of that, what happened? The air gap or say like the volume of air enclosed between two given layers. So what will happen to it is what we are trying to see that one. So this is the force. So this particular thing. So here it will be P naught plus delta P1 into S. Now, sir, what you are writing something different. Let M be the mass of this volume of air present. Why delta P1S here delta P2? What is the pressure at this point? Should be P naught plus excess pressure. Whatever pressure at this point, P naught plus excess pressure, and excess pressure also will be a function of position. So the difference of these two will become a force. So what is F is equal to delta P1 minus delta P2 into S. So what is F? F equal to M into A. Delta P1 minus delta P2. So this will become, say, difference of that. What is M? Rho S into delta X. S is area of cross section. So this, okay, this one, S into, what is acceleration? D square Y by. So S will get eliminated. So we will end up this as rho okay, this one. So let me go for the limit delta X tends to 0. Derivative of okay, shall I write like this? Because what is delta X? Delta X in fact will be very small. Here I'm showing big. What is the delta X? The distance between layers will be very, very small practically. So it will become, so this will become rho D square. Okay, this is, sorry. So this will become, what is the excess pressure? Shall we write this as B into, okay, I'll write one more step. So this will become B into dy by dx. So therefore this will become d square y by dt square equal to b by rho. So what is b by rho? This should be equal to, this is general wave equation. Let me write, what is this general wave equation? Tell me in place of v square what we have, b by rho. B is the bulk modulus, rho is the density of the medium. So comparing this with a general wave equation, therefore what we get, v square equal to v by rho. So this I'll write wave speed because we have volume also. This is the expression for speed of sound. So what is B? B is a bulk modulus. Rho means density of a medium in which it is propagating. Like this, we got expression for the speed of a sound wave. Okay, able to understand. So I think the derivation is not part of syllabus, just as shown for your understanding purpose. Okay, now let's come to this one. This is one chamber, no? So shall we treat this is like a some volume of a gas enclosed in a cylinder. And the wave propagates. What will happen to this volume of gas enclosed cylinder? I think volume is going to change, pressure is going to change, the density is going to change. Then the volume of a this particular thing like this. So it's what's happening: compression, expansion, compression, like this continuously the wave will propagate. Continuously what we get: compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction, means compression, expansion. So what's happening to the gas? The gas is undergoing, the volume of gas enclosed between a layers will undergo a thermodynamic process. So what process it will undergo? The further, the Newton what happened, the further event it here. So if we assume that further what happened, I'll simplify it. So what he assumed that the particular gas, it will undergo isothermal process. The Newton what he has assumed here. I'll start fresh. Yeah. Then again back to equilibrium. Okay, the given gas which is enclosed between a layers, you can call it a chamber, anything. So it is undergoing compression. So then equilibrium, then there's a compression, rarefaction. Like this continuously as the sound wave propagates, it will undergo changes like this. There's a, you can say like a, the gases, the air only, but you can call this a gas, that one. This is one chamber. Or volume of a gas between a layer. So what thermodynamic process it will undergo? So Newton assumed that Sir Isaac Newton, he assumed that the air or a gas here, air or a gas undergo a isothermal process. Yeah, just assume that one. That particular thing will undergo an isothermal process. No, because of isothermal process. So what is the pressure now? So when sound wave propagates, I think, okay, I'll write complete description again. When sound wave propagates, the air or gas undergo isothermal process. This is what I assumed. So isothermal process, now I think we are quite familiar. PV equal to constant. Then I'll differentiate PdV plus VdP equal to 0. So therefore, in place of dP, what we can write it as? Because I wanted to replace bulk modulus. So dP is equal to, I can write it as P by dV by V. We know bulk modulus is equal to P, no, it should be, sorry. P is equal to, we'll agree this, the above equation. And other side, we know bulk modulus equal to dP by dV by V. So what Newton assumed is like the equation was this much, no? So he replace in place of B as the pressure. What is P? P is a mean atmospheric pressure. What is rho? Mean atmospheric density. That's what he assumed that one. And he substituted the value. What is the P naught? I think 101 kilopascal, 10 to power of 5 Newton per meter square. Mean atmospheric density, how much it is like 1 kg per meter, 1.01 kg per meter cube. When he substituted, he got the speed of sound something around 320 or something. But practically what he measured, no, so like a 280 something he got it. Practically what happened, it was 340. He was unable to further conclude anything. So he just left it here. So later on what happened, the later on Laplace what happened. So Sir Laplace, okay, Laplace correction. So another scientist by name called Laplace, what he assumed that when sound wave propagates, the air gas undergo adiabatic process is what he said. The reason for that, because the compression rarefaction, they will undergo so rapidly that the air will not get any time to exchange heat. But what Sir Newton assumed is like when the compression rarefaction occurs, what happen? They will occur gradually so that the air will get sufficient time to exchange heat from the surrounding. If the exchange heat means definitely what happened and the temperature of gas remains constant, he assumed it. And because of that, what happened? He assumed it to be isothermal process. But what Laplace he assumed is like the compression rarefaction occurs so rapidly because compression rarefaction. So it occurs so rapidly that the air will not get sufficient time to exchange heat. So therefore, it will undergo adiabatic process. The compression rarefaction occurs rapidly so that the gas or air will not get sufficient time to exchange heat with the surroundings. So here what Newton assumed is like the compression rarefaction occurs gradually so that the air will get sufficient time to exchange it. That's why he made it as isothermal process. Rapidly occurs rapidly. This is very important. For according to Newton, what happened? It will occur gradually. Oh, we have to add no because they will ask you these things as a conceptual question. Huh? Let me. We'll take this sentence. Better let me write the compression rarefaction occurs slowly and gas will enough time to exchange heat so temperature of gas now you do have good number of conceptual questions where they will ask you this data. That's why I just, this is what the assumption of the Newton regarding its sound wave propagation. Okay, fine. So when he practically did know, there was some error. And what Laplace was able to assume this one. He just made a correction. It's not that Newton is wrong. So don't say like that. Correction. That's why we say Laplace correction. Different. So then when if the adiabatic process means what shall I do? PV to the power of gamma equal to constant, I should put it. So then I'll replace the things. We'll see what will get it. There's a conceptual reason like this is what this one. So now we'll go for the derivation part. PV gamma equal, I think we know this P equal to gamma P is it okay directly, because it mean in thermodynamics we have come across, so gamma P is equal to not gamma rho, it is gamma P, and from bulk modulus comparing these two, so the equation for sound wave is this one, no? The speed of sound wave was B by rho. Therefore, what shall I write? B equal to gamma P. Now I'll replace it. Now you tell me what is gamma. It is called as Laplace correction, or you are quite familiar, no? It is also called as adiabatic exponent of gas, Cp by Cv of a gas. Okay, got the idea? So now we know PV equal to nRT. P, volume of a gas. So this will become V. Mass of a gas will be M by molecular mass RT. Or further, different forms, we'll try to see what all different forms. So this will become rho RT, that one. So P by rho, in place of P by rho, what I can write? RT by M naught. So this expression for speed of wave, one more form is gamma RT by M naught. For a given gas, what happened to gamma R by M naught? Gamma R by M naught will be a constant. So can we take that everything? So this will be, what is T? T is absolute temperature. So shall we write it in terms of 273 plus theta? This will be a better way, no? Theta is what? Temperature in degrees Celsius. Capital T is not time period, absolute temperature. Or temperature in Kelvin. Okay, now for a given gas, speed of the gas at 0 degrees Celsius. So how much it should be equal to? Gamma R by M naught 273. Speed of gas at any temperature. At speed of gas, speed of sound wave, sorry. Speed of sound wave at 0 degrees Celsius. Next, again, speed of sound wave at theta degrees Celsius. And this should be equal to how much? Gamma R M naught theta plus 270. Let me divide these two. V theta by V0. This should be equal to Okay, theta, this will be 273 plus theta. I think I can further simplify V theta. This is equal to V naught. Theta means temperature here. So this should be equal to 1 plus theta by 273 to the power of 1 by 2. Further, $546. I think very good, no? This is, you need not to bother gamma m naught of a given gas. If you know speed of a sound in a given medium at 0 degrees Celsius, you can find out speed of sound in that medium at any temperature. What is theta? Just you substitute the temperature. This is applicable because we did binomial expansion. Theta temperature at 500 degrees Celsius. No, don't do that. It should be few tenths because binomial expansion is what we did, no? Theta very small. Very small means few tenths. 0 degrees Celsius. At 500 degrees Celsius, okay, don't use this formula. Better go for the accurate one. This is few tenths. If the temperature changes by few tenths, as you can compare. Speed of sound wave at 0 degrees Celsius in a gas. Okay, got this one. So like this, what happened? We are able to predict the speed of sound at any temperature T. So what is the speed of sound at any temperature T? Now, sir, this is about the gases only. But if the same sound wave propagates in a liquid, this is for gases. So for liquid solids, what we do? So let me just generalize. Speed of sound, this is a medium. For gases, what are the formulas? What is the formula? Gamma RT by M naught. For solids, it will become, the bulk modulus will become Y and it will be rho, where Y is Young's modulus. For liquids, the formula will be, so what is Y? What is gamma? Gamma equal to Cp by Cv. What is Y? What is Y? Young's modulus. Of solid. What is B? Bulk modulus of a liquid. Okay, for different mediums, the speed of the sound what happen can be arranged like this. So the sound wave propagates in a solid. Okay, then what is the Young's modulus of the solid you measure, and rho is the density of the solid. Substitute that, you will get the required thing. Okay, like this we are able to know. So as a sound wave propagates in a medium. So first of all, what all things like it? When a sound wave propagates in a medium, there'll be the layers will exude SHM about their mean position. There's the one thing. I'll summarize. Let me summarize so that you'll be. This is the most important part of discussion. Yeah. Almost we can work out many numericals with this information. So when a sound wave propagates through a medium, the layers of a medium will exude SHM about their respective mean position, and that is given by displacement wave. And what is called as displacement amplitude? Okay, got this? Similarly, when a wave propagates through a medium, the pressure of a medium will vary. The different points of a medium will have excess pressure that is given by this pressure wave equation. Get this one? Then next again, density wave. So even the density of medium, the different points, the density. Tell me among all three, which will be easy to measure? I'm leaving it to student. You must answer. Can you measure displacement of layer? Anybody? Possible? Do we have instrument which will measure the displacement of a layer? Not possible, no. What is a layer, first of all? Here, say on paper, I'm drawing. I'm speaking in a room. Tell me what is the layer there? What is the layer? Here on paper, I'm showing vertical lines. Okay, fine, good. In a room, what is the layer? You have to break up your room. Suppose the distance between these two persons, you break up that as a cylinder. You break up that into equal parts, that will become a chamber. In each chamber, again, you can assume n number of layers. Pressure, no, layer is not a pressure. Layer is a medium. Layer is a medium, that one. Okay, this one. So here better, what is a layer? Each coil is a layer. Okay, got the idea? In this spring, each turn is a one layer. Like that, I can assume n number of layers, no? So can we now have an instrument which will detect the displacement of this turn? Is it possible? Say, I'll push and release. The person holds one end of the spring and gently pushes towards right once, and he'll come back here. Then he will not move his arm. The arm is at rest. So it is at rest here now. Then what happens? The disturbance will propagate. So what is layer? Layer is one turn. Here. What is a chamber? Some group of turns. This is one chamber. Are you getting the idea? This one. So like that will happen. Is it possible to have an instrument which will predict the layer? No, not possible. Is it possible to measure the density? No, pressure will be easier. Oh, you mean to say pressure? Huh? Okay, fine. Yeah. The density. Can you measure density? Very difficult. Yesterday only I was seeing, no, to measure density, how much we struggle. Measuring the variation of density is still more headache. Okay, these two are very difficult to measure. The easier one is the pressure variation. So therefore, our priority will be now to focus more on pressure wave. So therefore, what is capital A? We'll give some name for it. What is A? A is called as displacement amplitude. This is called as, these are very popularly, if you want to write del D rho M also. So I just wanted, in the end, I'm just bringing that one. So pressure wave, displacement wave, pressure wave, and the density wave. Okay, like this, of all, the pressure will be very easy for us to construct an instrument based on this pressure wave equation. So therefore, the pressure of a medium will vary. The excess pressure, I can measure it. So therefore, all our instruments will be based on this one. Here we have a diaphragm. All of you know the diaphragm. The diaphragm will respond for this pressure wave, not for these two. Different. So what all we have? Mic, no. So now I'm wearing the mic. The mic will respond for pressure wave. So all the instruments, what all we have, no, detectors of sound, they'll respond for pressure wave. Any doubt you have, you can clarify, because so much of imagination is what I'm trying to make you. Any doubt you have, you can really ask me now. I'll wait. Unmute, and you can talk with me. General displacement equation. Again, the Newton, what happened, we have the wave propagation, the transverse wave propagation, same thing. At t equals 0, I see the displacement here. When it would have been generated, prior to that, t minus x by v. From there only it's brought it. See, at time t, if I see the disturbance here, when it would have been generated, prior to that, t minus x by v, because the disturbance will take some time to propagate. how we had a rope one, no, the same thing here. So I'm speaking now. When you are going to hear it after some time, if I say hello, this hello output will propagate, no, after some time it will be available somewhere. So from there I brought it, traveling wave. At time t, the disturbance is here. When it would have been generated, t minus x by v. This was the equation. Any doubt, you can unmute and you can clarify your doubt. Because this is a background. Once you know this, rest all we can manage very easily, this total chapter. I'll write this one. Okay, no. Any doubt? Okay, fine. I'll. Okay, all of you. I think I tried my level best to make you imagination. Okay, please. You also try to see the animations, what all possible animations, get that idea. Then immediately start working numericals based on the speed of sound, all this particular thing. Now they may ask you a question: what is the uh, displacement of a layer at a position at a given time? I think it's just mathematics. No, use this equation. If they ask you what is the pressure at a given point at a given time, excess pressure, then what is the pressure? P naught plus delta P. So when a sound wave propagates, when we are in a better position, no, we can tell what is the pressure there, what is the density, that layer in what direction it is moving, what is the speed, all the things we can predict. Hope all of you, I tried my level best to impart this sound wave propagation. This is considered one of the most difficult for a teacher also to explain. This one. So with what all possible colors, everything, I tried my level best. Do watch some animations, or if you're personally think, you can call me and say like what actually is going on. Because once you understand this, rest all application, because there's a background is needed. Once you have clarity with this background, no, it'll be very easy for you the next part of the thing. You can really enjoy this remaining chapter. Okay, please, any doubt, you can take my help. Yeah, thank you, all of you.